A very good evening and warm welcome to Dharma Television Collective News. This is Srishti Khadki. Let's move on to today's headlines. Vishwakarma's worship being done today. Congress Chairman Deuba in home isolation. Secretariat meeting at Paris Dada on Friday at 11 a.m. Long-distance transportation resuming today after 6 months. More 1,539 corona confirmed in Nepal. Instructions to hospitals and health institutions not to perform PCR test in case of death. Former Chief Justice Singh dies. Diesel and kerosene prices fell, petrol prices remain unchanged. 30 million to Dharma Foundation. Domestic flights start from 21st September. Russia announces 100 million doses of COVID-19 vaccine to India. Venezuela government accused of grisly crimes against humanity in UN report. Here we go for news in detail. Today, on the day of Ashwin Sankranti, Artisans is celebrating Vishwakarma Day by worshipping Vishwakarma. This day is celebrated in various factories by worshipping the sun idol or picture of God Vishwakarma. This day is celebrated by specially decorating the factory and involving workers. In this remembrance, artisans of Nepal today worships Vishwakarma and respect his erudition and believe they will also get the virtue of Vishwakarma. Architects even celebrate this day as Vastu Day in memory of the author and scholar of the book Vastu Shastra. Congress Chairman Sher Bahadur Deuba has stayed in home isolation after one member of his secretariat tested positive for COVID-19. His personal secretary Banu Deuba said that he would be tested tomorrow. 4 others in his secretariat have tested negative for COVID-19. Due to his isolation, the meeting between the ruling and opposition parties scheduled for today is going to be cancelled. It has been said that the meeting will be held after Deuba's test report is received. Communist Party of Nepal has called a secretariat meeting on Friday. Prime Minister and CPN Maoist Chairman KP Sharma Oli and another Chairman Pushpakamal Dahal Prachanda agreed to convene a secretariat meeting at PM's residence in Balwachar on Wednesday. Meeting will be held at 11 a.m. on Friday at the Secretariat Paris Dada. Before the formation of CPN Maoists, former Maoists had their party office on Paris Dada. It is understood that meeting was held on Paris Dada as it would be easier to sit on Paris Dada than Dumbarahi. Earlier, CPN Maoist Secretariat meeting was held at Prime Minister's residence in Balwachar. After almost 6 months, long-distance public transport is running from today. As per the decision of the Council of Ministers held last Monday, long-distance public transport will start running from today. Transport businessmen are operating the vehicles after worshipping Vishwakarma today. When driving a public vehicle, the health standards prescribed by the government must be followed. Drivers and co-drivers will also be required to wear masks. Passengers must use sanitizer and masks. By maintaining the physical distance, only 50% of the seat capacity will be available. Vehicles can charge a maximum of 50% more than the regular fare. Physical distance should also be taken into account in the place of lunch and dinner.
गाडी आजबाट खुल्यो हैन
हजुर खुलेको आधै खुल्यो हैन गाडी आधै एक गते
मतलब मान्छेहरु कतिको आइ
हजुर गाडी खोलेको अब अहिले आज सुरु दिन भएको हुनाले चाहिँ त्यति खासै छैन मान्छेहरु अब आवाज जावत गर्नलाई अलि कठिनै छ अब पुरै अब रोग नियन्त्रण पनि भइसक्यो अवस्था छैन अलि कमै छ चलपल छैन खासै सिट छैन आधी मान्छे राखिन्छ सिट संख्याको आधी अब भाडा चाहिँ अब सरकारले तोकेको भाडाको 50% बढाएर लिनु भन्ने जानकारी आछ त्यही अनुसारले लिन्छौं
Corona has been confirmed in 1,539 more people in Nepal on Wednesday. Corona has been confirmed in 1,539 people during tests conducted in different parts of the country. Along with this, the number of corona infected in Nepal has reached 58,327. Similarly, 8 more people have died due to corona. The death toll has risen to 379. An additional 1,068 people have been discharged on Wednesday. At the same time, number of those discharged has reached 41,706, said Dr. Jageshwar Gautam, spokesperson of the Ministry of Health. At present, there are 7,701 people in home isolation, while there are 8,541 people in institutional isolation. Spokesperson Gautam informed that there have been 870,274 PCRs so far. At present, number of active infected is 16,242. Similarly, there are 7,820 people in quarantine. Ministry of Health and Population has instructed hospitals and health institutions not to perform PCR tests after the death of a corona suspect. At a regular press briefing of Ministry on Wednesday, Professor Dr. Jageshwar Gautam said that if a suspect dies, a sample of the disease is being collected. Spokesperson Gautam said that samples should not be taken from the corpses, but those who came in contact with the deceased should be kept in quarantine. However, spokesperson Gautam said that those who came in contact with the deceased should be kept in quarantine. Spokesperson Gautam also informed that the directive in this regard is being revised. Spokesperson Gautam said that it was decided to store the negative samples for 1 month and the positive samples for 3 months. Ministry has also instructed labs to keep a record of their current place of residence during the corona test.
निर्णय हो शंकास्पद मृत्युको कोभिड-19 परीक्षण गर्ने सन्दर्भमा सब व्यवस्थापन गर्दा सबै सावधानीहरू अपनाएर दाह संस्कार गर्ने र निजको नजिकको सम्पर्कमा आउनुभएका सबै व्यक्तिहरूलाई अनिवार्य क्वारेन्टिनमा बस्नुपर्ने राख्नुपर्ने व्यवस्था गर्ने गराउने सबबाट नमुना निकाली कोभिड-19 परीक्षण गर्ने काम नगराउने। यहाँ मान्छेको मृत्यु भइसकेपछि कोभिड-19 को टेस्ट गर्ने पनि सूचना प्राप्त भएको छ, त्यसो गर्नु पर्दैन। यससँग सम्बन्धित निर्देशिकाहरूलाई हामी परिमार्जन गर्दै लाग्नेछौँ। सबै प्रयोगशालाहरूले कोभिड-19 को परीक्षणका लागि लिएका नमुनाहरू नेगेटिभ नतिजा आएका नमुनाहरू 1 महिना र पोजिटिभ नतिजा आएका नमुनाहरू 3 महिनासम्म स्टोर गरेर राख्नु हुन जानकारी गराइन्छ।
Former Chief Justice of the Supreme Court Anirudh Prasad Singh has died at the age of 101. Singh was born on 20 January and was Chief Justice of the Supreme Court from June 2013 to July 2016. Singh was the first Chief Commissioner of the authority and Chairman of Public Service Commission from January 2034 BS to April 2042 BS. Singh was suffering from pneumonia and will be buried today, according to the family sources. The price of diesel and kerosene has been reduced by 1 rupee each. The prices of petrol, gas and aviation fuel have remained the same. The corporation has stated diesel and kerosene prices have declined by 1 rupee. Corporation has stated that the new price of diesel and kerosene has been fixed at Rs 90. The new price list will take effect from today. According to Vinit Mani Upadhyaya, spokesperson of Nepal Oil Corporation, price has been adjusted in Nepal as the price of petroleum products has come down as per the purchase price received from the Indian Oil Corporation on September 16. Bagmati state government has decided to give Rs 30 million to the Masantali Foundation for the construction of Gautam Buddha International Cricket Ground in Chitwan. Cabinet meeting of the state government held today has decided to provide grant amount for the fiscal year 2077-78 as conditional grant of its government. Government spokesperson Kailash Dungal informed that they are trying to help in making work easier as they are continuously constructing even during the transition period of COVID-19. Minister for Economic Affairs and Planning, Dungal informed that today's cabinet meeting also decided to approve the establishment and operation order 2077 of the Provincial Good Governance Center, the Provincial Travel Expenditure Regulation and the Second Amendment of the Provincial Infrastructure Development Partnership Regulation. Regular domestic flights will start from September 21st. At present, only charter flights are being operated. According to Airport, Civil Aviation Authority of Nepal has stated that the flight will be allowed only from September 21st, saying that the necessary preparations have not been made even though Cabinet meeting on Monday decided to open domestic flights from September 17. Airline company has also stated that the booking has been opened for the flight from the September 21st. Regular flights, which will start about 6 months after the closure due to corona, will have only half the capacity of the aircraft. Considering the increased risks of corona infection, planes will serve only half of the capacity. Government has instructed the plane to carry only half of its capacity on regular flights, which will begin about 6 months after lockdown due to corona. Russia's Direct Investment Fund, a maker of vaccines against coronavirus in Russia, announced on Wednesday that it would provide $100 million of vaccine to India's Dr. Reddy Laboratories. Fund has developed a vaccine called Sputnik V in Russia. A statement issued by the fund on Wednesday said that an agreement has been reached between the fund and world-renowned pharmaceutical company Dr. Reddy for the clinical trial and distribution of Sputnik V vaccine in India. The fund said it would supply Sputnik vaccine as soon as it received permission from the Indian regulatory body. Dr. Reddy's co-chairman and managing director G.V. Prasad said he was happy to cooperate on Russian vaccine. Director G.V. Prasad said the third phase of testing would be carried out in view of the needs of Indian regulatory bodies, adding that Sputnik vaccine would also be a reliable alternative to fight against COVID-19 in India. Kirill Dmitriev, chief executive of the Russian Federation, said he was happy to work with an Indian pharmaceutical company. Dr. Reddy said that company has earned a great reputation in the field of pharmaceutical production in Russia for the past 25 years, adding that it is also a leading pharmaceutical company in India. India is currently the country most affected by the coronavirus. The number of corona infections here has exceeded 5 million. Russia's Ministry of Health formally recognized Sputnik V on August 11. Venezuela's president and top ministers are responsible for probable crimes against humanity, including extrajudicial killings and the systematic use of torture. UN investigators have concluded. In a scathing in-depth report published on Wednesday, the panel of experts said that they had found evidence that state actors including President Nicolas Maduro had ordered or contributed to crimes including extrajudicial executions, enforced disappearances, arbitrary detentions, and torture. The report highlighted grisly cases of torture and killings allegedly carried out by security forces who used techniques like electric shocks, genital mutilation, and asphyxiation. This is all for now. We'll be back with more news and updates. Till then, keep watching Dharma television. May all the sentient beings at peace. Stay safe.